They called him a monster, a reptile, cursed by forces beyond understanding. Holy water was poured on him, yet nothing changed. Pastors refused to touch him. People covered their noses when he walked by. The world had completely rejected Kami Avidon Mugisha. But what happened when an 11-year-old girl named Isheja Ndahiro Helvine looked beyond his appearance and saw his heart? What you're about to witness is not fiction. This is a real story that will restore your faith in humanity. A story of how pure compassion transformed 2 lives forever, proving that love conquers all obstacles. This is Connect In. Growing up, Kami Avidon Mugisha lived in a world of rejection. His appearance made him different, and society was cruel. Some called him names that cut deeper than any knife. Others whispered that he was cursed, a punishment from above.
People would run away when they saw me. I couldn't understand why I was born this way. I asked God so many times, why me?
The pain intensified when his father passed away. His mother remarried, but his stepfather couldn't accept him. With nowhere to turn, Kami found himself living on the streets, abandoned by the very people who should have protected him. Every day was a battle for survival. Every night a reminder of his loneliness. But God had a different plan. In the same city of Kigali lived Isheja Ndahiro Helvine, a remarkable young girl from a humble family. Her father worked tirelessly as a waiter, while her mother sold airtime on busy street corners just to put food on the table. They had little, but what they lacked in wealth, they made up for in love.
I couldn't eat, knowing that other children were hungry on the streets. My heart would break every time I saw them.
While most children her age worried about homework and games, Helvine's heart carried a burden far beyond her years. She saw suffering everywhere and couldn't ignore it. At just 11 years old, she began asking 3 powerful questions to every street child she met. Why are you dressed like this? Why do you look so unwell? Did you eat today? The answers changed her life forever. The day that would change everything started like any other. On a crowded bus in Kigali, passengers squeezed together, except for the seats around one young man. Kami sat alone, isolated by fear and prejudice. No one wanted to be near him. But then something extraordinary happened.
I saw him sitting alone, and I felt God telling me to go to him. Everyone else was avoiding him, but I couldn't walk away.
While others turned away, Helvine chose to approach. She sat beside Kami, looked into his eyes, and simply listened. For the first time in years, someone saw him as human.
When she sat next to me and started talking, I thought it was a mistake. But she stayed. She actually cared about my story.
In that moment, 2 hearts connected in the most beautiful way. Kami shared his pain, the loss of his father, the rejection by his stepfather, the cold nights on the streets. Helvina listened with tears in her eyes and love in her heart. Helvine went home with a mission burning in her heart. She approached her parents with a request that would test their faith and finances.
I told Papa, please let Kami stay with us. Don't worry about money. When I grow up and become a doctor, I will pay you back.
Her parents resisted. They were already struggling to feed their own family. How could they take in another mouth to feed? They even punished her, thinking she was too young to understand such responsibilities.
To me, it felt impossible that such thoughts could come from her. I thought maybe someone told her these things, or that as strict parents, we could discipline her and she would drop it the next day. But she refused. I scolded her, I even beat her, but she refused to give up. She even refused to eat because we did not support her project. So I went to her father and said, "Let's support our child, because maybe it is God working through her."
But Helvine's grandmother saw something divine in the young girl's compassion.
We told Helvine's grandmother, and she said, "How can't you see that the child is being used by God?"
Through prayer and faith, the family's hearts began to change. They realized that God was calling them to be instruments of His love. Despite their poverty, they opened their doors and their hearts. When Kami first entered Helvine's family home, he couldn't believe it was real. Years of rejection had built walls around his heart. He doubted every kindness, questioned every gesture of love.
I kept waiting for them to change their minds, to send me away like everyone else did.
But day by day, brick by brick, those walls began to crumble. Love, patience, and genuine care worked miracles that holy water couldn't accomplish. Kami began to trust again, to hope again, to dream again. He returned to school, and something miraculous happened. Within 2 years, the boy who was once called a monster became the top student in his class. His mind, freed from the burden of rejection, soared to new heights.
Mugisha's disease cannot be cured. The only way is lifelong medication. There are creams he must apply on his mouth, others on his body, and tablets he has to take. Altogether, this costs 140,000 Rwandan francs per month. If he misses the medication, then skin disease comes back severely. It's not easy. If we had other good Samaritans supporting us to afford this medicine monthly, the disease would not keep recurring. As you can see, compared to before, he has improved a lot.
Today, Kami Avidon Mugisha is healthy, happy, and full of hope. He sings with joy. He dreams of becoming a pilot. He looks toward the future with bright eyes. The boy who was once abandoned now knows what it means to be loved unconditionally.
This Mugisha you see here was once a very difficult child in behavior, someone many gave up on. But now he has become a healthy, smart boy. He sometimes tells me he wants to become a pilot and fly planes. Please, people of God, help us continue caring for this child so that he can reach his dreams, and so we can also preserve his health.
Helvine didn't just save my life. She showed me that God loves me exactly as I am.
This is the power of real love. Not the kind you see in movies, but the divine love that flows through willing hearts. Isheja and Dahiro Helvine, at just 11 years old, chose compassion over comfort, love over prejudice, faith over fear.
God used me to show that everyone deserves love.
She taught me that I am not a monster. I am God's child.
Their story teaches us that true love isn't about perfection. It's about seeing the beauty in what others consider broken. It's about believing in someone when the whole world has given up. It's about being the hands and feet of God's love in a hurting world. This real love story proves that miracles still happen when we choose love over fear. If Kami and Helvine's journey touched your heart, show your support by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Like this video if you believe in the power of unconditional love, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Consider joining our YouTube membership to be part of our community that celebrates real love stories that inspire and transform lives. Next week, we bring you another incredible true love story that will leave you amazed at how God works through ordinary people to create extraordinary miracles. You won't want to miss it. This is real love. This changes everything.